opportunity on the court to get.
Williams, all-star, the fourth quarter. Shot clock winding down.
Because of their defense, they have.
Naz Reid, Williams. Off the. That ball, jumper does not go. Against his cousin, Gilgeous-Alexander. And three-pointers made, so normally.
A little bit away from the team's breath.
Stein stripped to the ball. Turnover. Window, and it rims out. He's trying to take it at Alexander.
Giving ground.
Time out. Dort nails the jump shot.
Really not looking to be aggressive offense. Out of 12, even though last night was a little
Williams driving to the
defense.
Edwards attack.
Downhill. It just puts so much pressure.
He had scored 40 or more in the night in the two-point loss. Gilgeous-Alexander
on both sides of the ball.
On the shot clock. And Williams banged into his Holmgren. Size it back. Coach told us there's no
out in conditioning, but
Alexander Walker. I hear Williams
allowing the flow of the game to dictate.
Give it up. Corner McDaniel. 11 Minnesota. Clark. Fourth team foul. Watch hit shot. The free throw here for Jalen Clark. Gilgeous-Alexander. Body bump. Baker kick. Extra. Reid. Holmgren drags defenders. Couldn't fit. Trying to turn the corner. Oh, bully. Fend off. Jumper. Edwards one-on-one. The league very savvy. They just play.
Else just kind of finds their
Williams, including last night, a step forward.
Talked about it. Holmgren's injury invert there.
Terrence Shannon ball moving. Edwards drives in on what is still buzzing. He did it inside. Lou Dort.
Business and a nice triple.
Reid, nice
He said, obviously, this is only my third game, so he said that Miami game might have been a blessing.
Yes, Stephanie, they outscored them 30. Edwards, drive, and Jalen Williams, the big Williams feed out of the post from the field. McDaniel's run numbers, it's also been more opportunity.
Yeah, and you can go small at
2.5 to go in this opening quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander's been held in
from the Timberwolves.
Chris fitting 82%, but they've had to go a little deeper now in the game as well. Short pop, guards.
When your teammate attacks
the hands of Edwards. Controlled by Jones. And Shannon the help. Shannon in the NBA.
Onto someone and up.
Well, guys, talking about Terrence Shannon, 24 years old, it's not just his body position into the NBA.
And here's Shannon.
It's for a team like Minnesota, right? Because this is
entered from Texas Tech in this opening quarter.
Defensively.
Fade away, doesn't go. He beats SGA off the dribble. Feed it. Shannon got hard drive. Fades. Reid kick. Alexander
knocking down that triple.
Doesn't go for Joe.
And physicality has been
from Kenrich Williams. Shannon. Reload if Alexander Walker can get out of there. Redirects. The jumper is. He's averaging 14.2 per adjustment. Hartenstein layup.
It's where oftentimes and it puts you as a big in a position to be.
Timberwolves have dropped 2 in a row. Outside, Joe drives, hang. Second foul on Clark. Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe. There's but missed it.
Consistency, right? Because they can withstand.
Doesn't go on the scoop. Reid
put back.
47-30 extra jumper Wiggins. This has been with Anthony Edwards. He's added to his range, so he's Shannon attacks, lays taking it into the teeth of the defense and
intensity.
Shannon off to Clark, drive, dish,
deflections and tip outs.
There was a game time decision with a.
There's a lot of fire.
Anthony Edwards is back. Naz Reid. It's Williams all the way to the cup. So it's a 4, but he missed it from the Williams. Pull up pop. He's forcing the action. The floater, but he's got a 7'2" wingspan.
He's been a very good player, but being a first time good at and what he was not so good, how he can exploit his strong points.
Edwards tried to off, and that's been point lead for Minnesota. And Reid gets a piece. Home for the Liz Frank injury.
Finished second.
No,
he had a great.
Oh, no, I got you now. I got you. 17 points. So right now, I know we don't hand out.
With Cleveland as well as SGA thus far.
Walker for McDaniel for Naz Reid. Minnesota clears it.
Okay, Reid.
Drive and dish. McDaniel's in the ball with 17 points. Dort trying to save, he did. Edwards, he got him. Stop, spin against the grain. By one of 11, and play. Crosses.
Maybe you wanted on that possession. Edwards and
Josh Minot. Edwards lines it up. Off. Holmgren, open look. Bingo.
basically a 3-possession game in this first half.
Well, a minute to go. Gilgeous-Alexander in and out. Wave. Third wave block. 10 seconds to go. Shannon. Front end of a back-to-back. McDaniels, hop step. Backwards in that first half, 10 points.
You don't give it up. Continue.
Hartenstein, McDaniels, stop and go. Dort,
Taking. Always been a high level.
Drive and kick. McDaniels, first half bounces, catch, roll.
You giving him? What you doing?
Whatever. Minnesota, McDaniels with a
struggle from 3.
Quarter. SGA personal foul on Jalen Clark. First half, he comes in averaging 2.5 points. Corner jump. Yes, the 4th turnover for needed a bit. There was a hop. Hartenstein is playing. Pull-up jump. McDaniel lost a wire-to-wire game this season.
And Minnesota not playing.
Settled for the fadeaway. Rebound ripped away
As well.
12-4 run to open. Williams pull-up jump. Naz Reid. Lou Dort doesn't take the 3. Missed it. Alexander Walker got it. We approach 7. Hard drive. Everything NBA All-Star with the NBA. They expect back to
have all that firepower.
It was Minnesota that had the best record.
Direction.
Edwards lost the ball for the Williams 3. Short. Angle. Spin. On McDaniels, the 5th team foul.
In that first half for Minnesota already.
Seed never hit the rim, and Reed has it. The question whether or not a foul occurred, but the floater to go.
That was a heck of a
spin, floater. Gilgeous-Alexander
by SGA, and that's a shot you're gonna have.
22 points for SGA. Wiggins gets an open look. Bucks cuts into the Minnesota go for McDaniels. Dort's
by Edwards. A little surprising with
fend off. Williams miss of rebound. Dillingham. Alexander Walker would lead for Minnesota. Just over 3 minutes old by Alexander Walker in. Fly by Edward and a turnover. Head for Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren.
Aggressive and understanding.
Walker picks up for the Timberwolves. Edwards lets it fly.
A couple here.
Rich Williams left alone. Takes it. Is there for the board. 12-point game. Try to bank it in, but it did go off the glass. Dort over Dillingham.
Gonna head into the break on a high note.
Off the rim. Alexander makes his move for the pull-up. Edwards. And on a kick. Ingles doesn't take it. Dort for Dillingham. Clark tosses it up.
Offensively there, and they just
met there by Hartenstein. And strips Hartens. Halfway. Gets it 9. Wiggins. It felt late. Minnesota comes in. Feathery touch.
Yeah, but remember they played here of late. They seem to be
Timberwolves. Kenrich Williams there to drive. Green. Gets it back. Puts it up. Down to the wire, and they fell short. Goes the other way. Spin. 8-0 run. 105. Rich Williams. Dillingham with the injury to Conley. Dillingham finds a
energy and their ability to get performing.
GA 17
this year. Minnesota turned it over, not giving those that game.
Joe help from Williams. Timberwolves thought he was out of bounds. Comes out defensively, 9 to shoot. 7 minutes to go. Turnaround. Deep one for Joe. Shannon, fake kick, and it's Holmgren that gets a peek.
Posterized, that means you're not.
Splitting defenders, Edwards, he's helped. 5:37 to go. Cleared by Holmgren. Reed, double-double, clears Edwards. His jumper. Holmgren, 11 points, 12 rebounds. Williams. What a fake.
Dominate the offensive glass, and
Edwards has 21.7 rebounds. Fakes, fades, 21 points for McDaniels. Pull-up. So, Alex Dukas is young man from Baylor. No 3 and change. Minnesota on the move. Substitutions recognizing that. Go to the All-Star break. Melting lead in the Western Conference.
They just, from a confidence standpoint, a little sweeter.
Williams playing their
Incredible stat to not have.
Williams take that ball, dances on the for the final minute 22. Drive by Minot, as did Rob Dillingham. Thunder come the other. Garza ends up on his backside as
After the disappointment of.
And a nice corkscrew dance for Anthony Edwards. Off the Oklahoma City Thunder. Power jam. Pull-up jump. McDaniel mentioned it at halftime. OKC has never lost a wire-to-wire game this season from three-point territory.
And Minnesota not playing.
Was trying to split defenders, had to settle for the fadeaway. That Gilgeous-Alexander, floater short. Rebound, ripped away.
Doing a great job with his decision-making as well.
12-4 run to open. Williams, pull-up.
And a terrific defender as well.
Naz Reid, points. He's 3 of 7 from deep. Lou Dort doesn't take the 3. Holmgren, missed it. Kick, extra. Alexander Walker got it up to 7. We approach 7. Edwards, hard drive. They watch and vote on everything NBA All-Star with the NBA. And he said, Mike Conley, they expect back.
But you would much prefer to have all that fire.
Situation a year ago, it was Minnesota that had the best record.
Right, but they decided to go in a different direction.
Edwards lost the ball. Holmgren forcing his way in. Kick it out for the Williams 3. Short. Edwards looked to accelerate. Gilgeous-Alexander wants the angle. Spin. Assists. 3rd foul on McDaniels, the 5th team foul.
And remember, only 3 turnovers in that first half for Minnesota already.
He draws the bigger defender. Air ball. Reed never hit the rim, and Reed hesitates. I think we've all seen the question whether or not a foul occurred before. Dives to the rim and can't get the floater to go.
That was a heck of a.
Edwards, spin, floater to play in the 3rd. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you saw it right there by SGA, and that's a shot you're going to shoot uncontested threes.
22 points for SG. Reed backs off defensively. Wiggins gets an open look. Back corner for Aaron Wiggins. Cuts into the Minnesota. Jump shot doesn't go for McDaniels. Dander weaves, pulls up. Dortz.
And that was a great pass by Edwards. A little surprising defense by doubling out of there at the half-court line.
Fend off. Williams missed. 3 ball doesn't go. Alexander Walker, offensive rebound. Dillingham. Alexander Walker. 9-point lead for Minnesota. Just over 3 minutes. Good box out on the inside. Controlled by Alexander Walker. Garza in. Naps it on the inside. Edwards. Fly by. Edwards.
Great job.
And a turnover. Holmgren. Up ahead for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Has had that triple falling.
Holmgren. 7-footer.
Also has to find the balance on between being aggressive and understanding what.
Alexander Walker picks up. And Joe Ingles for the Timberwolves. Edwards lets it fly.
Long and able to knock down a couple here.
10 to shoot. Kenrich Williams left alone. Takes it. Tried to bank it in, and Holmgren is there for the board. 12-point game. Didn't try to bank it in, but it did go off the glass. Wing it. Dort over Dillingham.
Oh, it means a lot to both teams. Both looking to head into the break on a high note.
It's to Ingles. He'll wind it up. Off the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander makes his move for the pull-up. Back to single digits. Edwards. Finish. Dillingham on a kick. Ingles doesn't take it. Pull-up. Short for Dillingham.
Offensive glass.
Gilgeous-Alexander tosses it up.
A terrific sequence offensively there, and they just.
The roll. Garza. Met there by Hartenstein in 2021. And strips Hart. Reed over Williams. Halfway. Williams gets it from the outside. Wiggins now with 9. Shot clock down to 1. Wiggins, it felt late. Minnesota comes in. Daniels, the fadeaway. Feathery touch.
Yeah, but remember, watching them tonight and how they played here of late, they seem to be
101-89, Timberwolves. Kenrich Williams there to Reed, swing it back for McDaniels. Drive with the illegal screen. Gillingham goes behind the back, gets it back, puts it up. Lost to Milwaukee last night. It came down to the wire and they fell short. McDaniels the other way. Reed wants it. Spin. But he's got 27 points. This is an 8-0 run. 105. Kenrich Williams. Extended minutes here for Dillingham with the injury to Conley. Circling. 9 to shoot. Dillingham finds a cross.
and their energy and their ability to get with how this second unit is performing.
GA 17.
Because they played once earlier this year. Minnesota turned it over in an 8-point game. So not giving those.
Nas Reed missed it in that game. Oh, Edwards, tight defense from Joe, help from Williams. Walks a tightrope. Timberwolves thought he was out of bounds. Garza now comes out defensively, 9 to shoot. Rebounded by McDaniels, 7 minutes to go. Now a full-out isolation. Turnaround. Gilgeous-Alexander, the offensive board. Deep one for Joe. Minnesota looking for more. Force it to somebody else. Shannon, fake kick. Hard drive. And it's Holmgren that gets a piece.
Shot blocker. If you're not getting posterized, that means you're not.
Dillingham will set the screen. Splitting defenders. Edwards, he's held only on TBS. 5:37 to go. Misses it from three-point territory. Cleared by Holmgren. Ball, no. Reed, double-double, clears 2 of 10 in the fourth quarter. Edwards, his jumper.
There's a huge shot there. Oh, it stops.
Double-double for Holmgren, 11 points, 12 rebounds. Williams, he's played 30 minutes. What a fake.
They've been able to dominate the offensive glass and
the assists, 8 rebounds. Edwards has 21.7 rebounds. Drives in, fakes, fades, connect
to grow.
21 points for McDaniels. Extra, Dort. Pull-up is
impressive.
So, Alex Dukas is the young man from Baylor. Final 3 and change. Minnesota on the move. Mark Daigneault has made these substitutions, recognizing that take your lumps, go to the All-Star break. Overwhelming lead in the Western Conference.
A lot more to Minnesota, right? Just from a confidence thing, make the All-Star break just a little sweeter.
For Williams, final 2 minutes. Williams playing there.
That is still a remarkable stat to not didn't have a lead.
Kenrich Williams. Miller is in. That ball dances on the Newton seeing action here for the final minute 22. Drive by Minot. Luka Garza, as did Rob Dillingham. The misses on the floater. Thunder come the other way and rebounds. But now Garza ends up on his backside as
Minnesota standpoint, they gotta feel good after the disappointment of
Newton doesn't take the 3. And that crosses. And a nice corkscrew is turned off. Little dance for Anthony Edwards. The All-Star break. They knock off the Oklahoma City Thunder.